Welcome back to another video. Today we are here for Unmasking the Horror Tour. We're doing a 6-house tour. We're going to bring you guys along. We've done now plenty of the extras here for Halloween Horror Nights, so hopefully we'll help you guys decide whether or not to add any of these to your next visit to Universal Studios or Halloween Horror Nights during the haunt season. Let's bring you guys along. Let's have some fun. All right, so we're making our move to our first house with our tour guide, David. You can see him over there in the scrubs, the blue scrubs. He was our tour guide last year. He's a wealth of knowledge. And if you don't know what the Unmasking the Horror or the Behind the Screams tour is, it's basically a daytime lights on tour of the houses. You could do 6 or 3 houses. We're doing the 6 today.
Came from last year, the Pumpkin Lord. So officially, he's way back there. All hail the Pumpkin Lord. But we just walked through a scarecrow-based one that's kind of interesting, based on loosely on a house we did a few years ago called Scarecrow the Reaping. It was really good.
All right, so we just got through our first house. I want to give you a little bit of feedback. So the Legends Collides house is actually probably one of my favorite houses this year, top 5 for sure. The tour itself is kind of like doing an RIP tour during the day. So you get a really knowledgeable tour guide who tells you little bits and pieces of what went into building the house. So part of the reason why we did this tour last year and had to do it again this year. It's an amazing experience, a little behind the scenes peek at what goes into making Halloween Horror Nights. All right, so we just got out of Descendants, and I gotta say that ended up being a sleeper hit at the event. So I just wanted to point out, in that house, now it's even better because the amount of detail and the level of Easter eggs that you could find in there is amazing. I'm not gonna ruin it for you guys, but that's one of the benefits of going on this tour, is you get to see all these Easter eggs and additional features. And I just wanted to stop because this house, when we were at the event for opening night, we went in line for this just because it was one of the shorter lines and we wanted to get it out of the way, not expecting what we ended up getting. And that house is amazing. All right, so now we are making our way to our lunch break. So they bring you back to the Blue Man Group and let you know that you are free to roam, go to City Walk. I guess you could go inside the park as well and grab some food. Last year they did bring you to the Monsters Cafe, but I guess since that's been closed, that's changed. I gotta say, I did appreciate the fact that they brought us to a place. It also makes sure that everybody gets back at the same time because we're under the supervision of our guide. In this case, there's a group of us that are going together, but some of the people that were with us that don't know us, I guess, separated and went on their own way. Hopefully everybody gets back at the same time because we have about an hour for lunch break, which is kind of cool, but it is whatever you could get, and it is lunchtime too, so it's kind of busy. So that's one of the perks from last year. They brought you to the Monsters Cafe and it was only for the people that were on tour. Pro tip for this tour, you get an hour to eat, but since they don't kind of bring you to a space where it's just for the tour, be careful where you choose to go eat. As you can see, we had to take our food to go because the restaurant took a little bit longer. I mean, it was busy there, so I'm not blaming them, but now I'm rushing to like eat my food and head back to the tour so that I'm not late. So make sure you go somewhere that's quick. Our Behind the Screams tour has concluded, and I gotta say, we had a hell of a time. And that's not only just because this is a great tour. Our tour guide, David, was amazing. So thank you, David, for taking us around and sharing your knowledge with us. That was spectacular. Also, guys, this is something that I would definitely recommend. I mean, you get some cool, like, exclusive merch, like the lanyard. It really is like the RIP tour, but in the daytime with the lights on. So you get some exclusive exposure with some insights that the regular crowd doesn't get when they come through Halloween Horror Nights. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along, and I hope this helped you make your decision on whether or not to add this to your visit to Halloween Horror Nights here at Universal Orlando. I'll see you guys on the next one, but don't forget to ask yourself, have you been entertained?